How's it going, lads and lasses? Today we have an extremely interesting video for you all, in my opinion. Earlier this week, I watched a Mr. Beat video titled Every Person on American Currency, and I was extremely disappointed in it because he left out a lot of people. To his credit, he did acknowledge his leaving out of people, so props to that. Nonetheless, I was disappointed in his list and wished to make my own. This will be a list of every person who has ever been on a coin or bill that was meant for general circulation. This includes circulating coins, commemorative circulating coins, pattern coins, and or trial coins. This is a very long list. I'm splitting it into two parts: the people on the coins and bills of American territories and the people on the coins and bills that are in America. This also excludes non-circulating coins and bills, as well as canal bills, because there is extremely scarce information on the people in the bills, and Confederate bills, though of course the information does exist. Foreign coins that the US has made for other countries and coins from before 1792, when the mint was established, is also excluded from the list. If you would like me to do an entire complete list of all the coins directly related to America in any way, shape, or form, like this video, and I'll do another one. For reference, I'm using Numismata's currency database. It is about 90 to 98% complete for images, in my estimation, and is my primary source for the list. So forgive me if Genghis Khan happened to be on a pattern 30-cent piece from 1842 that I missed, because there isn't a picture of it. There is no Genghis Khan 30-cent piece for the record. This is a joke. For the first part of the list, we have the Philippines. It should be noted that people who are primarily on American currency but also show up on Philippines currency and Hawaii will not be mentioned here, and will be mentioned in the America section, with a shout out to their respective territorial currency portraits. Let's start off with, not arguably, the coolest guy probably ever to exist, and kind of a big deal in the Philippines, for a lot of reasons. MacArthur is on the 5 peso bill from 1942 to 44. Next is Manuel L. Quezon on the 10 peso bill during 1942 to 44, the 5 peso bill on the Misamis Occidental Province, and the 10 and 20 peso bill for 1942 on the Mindanao Islands, among others. He's also on a lot of other bills. There is a long list of bills that Manuel L. Quezon has been on, but I'm not going to go over that. For people who are on the bills in the actual Philippines, we have Cona on the 1 peso bill, Mabini on the 1 peso bill, Jose Rizal on the 2 peso and 100 peso bill, William McKinley on the 5 peso bill for some reason and sometimes shares the bill with Adam Dewey on others. We have Macielo del Pilar and Graciano Lopez Hayana on the 5 peso bill. Next is William A. Jones, a congressman, on the 20 peso bill, General Lawton on the 50 peso bill, Magellan on the 100 peso bill, and lastly we have Alfonso XII, I don't know what number that is 12. Alfonso the 12th on the pattern of the 2 centavos. Now for Hawaii, I'm probably going to mispronounce the one name that is on the Hawaii coins. That's about it, but I'll put it in text so that way you can try and figure it out. On the 1 cent coin, we have King Kamehameha, King Kalakaua on the 5 cent, dime, eighth dollar, yes, that was a thing, quarter, half dollar, and dollar. There's a $10 bill for Hawaii, but it didn't feature any people on it. King Kamehameha is also on the 2008 Hawaii quarter. Coinage for this territory stopped quickly as American mainland currency came to the territory. Currently, you will still find mainland currency in Hawaii. Now for the American list. Let's get this out of the way first and foremost. Up until the 1900s, Lady Liberty was on all coins, but we have notable muses for her. Finding a list of these people, a complete list of course, is quite difficult, so I'll just name some that I know. Most notable was Martha Washington, who has been thought to be put on many different early American coins, such as the 1972 half dime. Second is Teresa de Francisci, who was on the Peace Dollar. Third is Anna Will S. Williams, who was on the Morgan Dollar. Doris Duscher on the Standing Liberty Quarter. Fourth is quite fun. It's Charlotte Ragot, who was put on coins in France and was used as an inspiration for the Walking Liberty half dollar, my favorite coin. So going back far enough, technically Charlotte Ragot is on an American coin. The further down you go of list of Liberty muses, the more dot connections you have to make to identify an origin. So let's call it quits here. First, we have Abraham Lincoln, who has been on the penny since 1907, a 5-cent patterned coin, and a 2003 Illinois quarter, among others. Next is George Washington on the dollar bill, the 1899 $2 bill, the 5-cent nickel patterned coin, the 1792 half-dollar patterned coin, the quarter since 1936, and the 10 peso in Philippines. Chef Iron Tail of Ogola, Lakota is on the Buffalo nickel. Thomas Jefferson has been put on the nickel since 1938 and the $2 bill since 1874, with a short break in 1896 and 1899 respectively, and is on 2 quarters, the North Dakota quarter and the Mount Rushmore quarter, both of those from the 2000s. Roosevelt has been on the dime since his death, the Roosevelt National Park quarter, and the 20 peso, 100 peso, and 500 peso bill from the Luzon Island in the Philippines, among others. The Wright brothers on the 2001 North Carolina quarter, Helen Keller on the 2003 Alabama quarter, John Muir, a conservationist, on the 2005 California quarter, Duke Ellington on the 2009 DC quarter, Master Commandment Oliver Hazard Perry on the 2013 Perry's Victory quarter, part of the American the Beautiful coin program, an extreme close-up of General Jean Burgoyne and General Horatio Gates are seen on the 2015 Saragota National Park quarter. William Jasper is seen returning the regimental flag to the ramparts in the 2016 quarter. Frederick Douglass is seen on the 2017 Douglas National Park quarter. And lastly, for the America the Beautiful quarters, George Roger Clark rushes into battle with the 2017 Roger Clark National Historical Park quarter. Christopher Columbus shows up for the 1892-1893 Columbian Expedition commemorative half-dollar. Franklin is up next on the 1948 half-dollar, and Kennedy for the 1964 half-dollar to commemorate his unfortunately short life. Dwight Eisenhower was put on a dollar coin for his own dollar, followed by Susan B. Anthony. Sacagawea is put on the dollar coin from the 2000 up to now on a variety of different series. On the presidential dollar coin, every single deceased president shows up. Due to our Constitution, the ideals this country was founded on, and the coolness of the United States Mint, anyone who is currently alive is barred from being depicted on a circulating coin. This is to stop people from worshipping their leaders as godly beings by seeing them on currency every day. The presidents on the dollar coin series are George Washington, John Adams, Thomas Jefferson, James Madison, James Monroe, John Quincy Adams, Andrew Jackson, Martin Van Buren, William Henry Harrison, John Tyler, James K. Polk, Zachary Taylor, Millard Foreman, Franklin Pierce, James Buchanan, Abraham Lincoln facing forward this time, Andrew Johnson, Ulysses S. Grant, Rutherford B. Hayes, James Garfield, Chester Arthur, Grover Cleveland, Benjamin Harrison, William McKinley, Theodore Roosevelt, William Howard Taft, Woodrow Wilson, Warren G. Harding, Calvin Coolidge, Herbert Hoover, Franklin D. Roosevelt, Harry S. Tubman, Dwight D. Eisenhower for a second time on the dollar, John F. Kennedy in a heartbreaking pose, Lyndon B. Johnson, Richard M. Nixon, Gerald Ford, George H.W. Bush, and lastly, Ronald Reagan. Mrs. Clark is posed in the South Carolina Innovation coin, and Elizabeth Petrovich is on the Alaskan Innovation dollar. On the 50-cent fractional note, we have William H. Crawford, Martha Washington on the 1891 and 1896 $1 bill. Stanton is on the $1 Treasury note for 1891. Hamilton is on the 1862 $2 bill and the current $10 bill, among others. Robert Fulton and Samuel F. B. Morse are on the 1896 $2 bill. James A. Garfield on the $5 bill from 1882, Ben Harrison on the 1902 $5 bill, Andrew Jackson on the $5 woodchopper note of 1907, and for the $20 bill as of current. William McKinley has been on the $10 bill, $500 bill, and the 5 pesos Philippines bill. Ulysses S. Grant on the $50 bill, Benjamin Franklin on the $100 bill, Grover Cleveland on the $1,000 bill, James Madison on the $5,000 bill, Salmon P. Chase on the $10,000 bill, and lastly, the final person in this list, Woodrow Wilson on the $100,000 bill. Thanks for watching. This is a basically almost pretty much, I don't know, like 90%, 98. I'm giving myself a 98% complete list of every single American and non-American person on American currency. Thanks for watching. Leave a like if you liked it. Make sure to subscribe too if you want. If it seems like a good idea, I'll do a video on every single person ever to have been on any United States currency, regardless of connection. This will include the things I intentionally left out, such as non-circulating commemorative coins, of which there are a lot of, and by a lot, I mean like 20 pages out of the 22 pages of coins from the Numismata website are basically non-circulating commemorative coins. This will also include bullion coins, foreign coins that the Mint produced. Fun fact, we used to produce coins for Venezuela for a short period of time. Commemorative bills, Confederate bills, and canal bills, which there are very few information about. I think I mentioned that earlier. If you would like to see that, leave a comment or a like. But with that note, ciao.